to go for the money's gonna. You know what I mean? He's sticking with the plan.
Yep.
The question is he gonna go down with the ship?
Well,
and the answer is it's starting to look like it.
Yeah.
Don't get upset because of the writing on the wall. Do we want it to happen?
No.
No. I never want to see anybody fail. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
But I do want the facts.
Yeah.
And the facts of the matter are as simple as this. This guy took on something that he's never done. Nobody's ever done before.
Yeah.
So let's start with that.
Yeah.
This is
at
never
this level.
happened before.
This is a pretty huge level. Unless there's something secret in design. I mean, Fallout 4 came out of the blue. They kept that kind of hush hush, and then boom, it's like, hey, it's gonna be out, and it's like everybody's like, ah. But that's a different.
Fallout 4 is a formulaic game.
Yes.
It's going to, and there's nothing wrong. I love Fallout series, and I'm excited about Fallout 4, but that's not the point. The point is that game has concepts, that game has boundaries, it has rules. This game is a vast MMORPG.
Millions
that
of
has
worlds.
Never been done before. Totally different worlds all over the place.
Yep.
With FPS and ship battling and all sorts of stuff that we've never even thought of that could happen. And then they're like, yeah, we're way up here. And they're like, but when we release it, we're gonna be like somewhere over here.
Yep.
Which is a problem. And that problem is a lot of games tend to go that way, and I don't think he wants to release something like that.
Well, I think he thought too big, and he kind of promised, I don't know, a lot of stuff that he thought would come into being, and I don't think it's quite. I mean, it's like anything in life, you know. You kind of plan ahead, but nobody ever really knows the future. And Chris Roberts even said sometimes a decision needs to be made, and from there we live with the consequences. If you keep second guessing yourself, you're not going anywhere. And he's right.
Right, and that's an admirable thing to say.
Yes.
And that's also a tough thing to admit. And you're gonna make mistakes and make it. I mean, you know I have. You know you have. Especially starting this. I mean, by the way, did you know you should play this? Is 1 year old next month.
Woo!
I know.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't.
But,
you guys
yay! So we're gonna have by the time we have our 1 year anniversary, we're gonna have more hate mail than any other 1 year company ever because we're talking about Star Citizen badly.
We're talking about somebody's baby, and people don't want to know if their kids, not quite up to par. They're in disbelief, and
right.
that's probably what's happening.
I never said anything about any ugly babies that my friends have had, but I'm just gonna scroll some names on the screen really quick and just get it out of the way. No.
Hey, there's my
no. Oh my God, James! I'm sorry. James's daughter is adorable.
She's a booger, but she's adorable.
But like the truth of the matter is like, yeah, nobody wants to hear that their baby's ugly, and right now, that's an ugly baby.
Well, it's looking to be. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, yes, but here's the other thing: we haven't seen anything but some screenshots, some movies. We haven't seen much from this company.
Yeah, supposedly some modules have been released that are buggy, but like I haven't had access to them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places. I mean,
well, you're not high profile enough.
And I haven't paid into the game.
Let's just say
I haven't paid into the game yet.
You're the PC exposer.
Yeah.
Nobody wants. They don't trust you with that stuff.
You can trust.
You're
me.
exposing too much.
Exposing the bargains you can get.
Yeah, and exposing yourself. But like that's the big thing. The big thing is that like we haven't seen it, and I'm sure a couple people have, and I'm sure a couple of angry YouTubers will tell me that I'm wrong on this again. But these are stated facts followed by my opinion. And my opinion is that I want this game to go, and I want this game to be a huge success. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be, and that's just because it's following suit to a lot of companies that have fallen down in the past. And some good examples of that are like Sega, with extremely high amounts of money going into their systems and their games and getting nothing back.
Yep.
And hiring other people who they think might be able to do some of their working because they've worked on little things before. This is a perfect example. Now, I don't want to name names because we're already throwing enough mud. But there was a company that it's true. I mean, sling it if you got it. But let's tell the truth. There was a company that he hired because they knew how to use the CryEngine.
Yeah. They never
made
triple A's titles. They weren't that experienced, but he was having him work on it.
and that's cool and everything, but like, if you have a family of 3 and you've got kids that need to be taken care of, you don't hire a 10-year-old babysitter.
Yeah.
You hire a nanny.
Yeah.
The point is that you're not going to be able to get the full impact of the job done with an unqualified person. The only thing that they know is it's like, yes, I know that things need to live and eat. Like, okay, yeah, I get that. So, but do you know what to do if they get a boo-boo?
Yes.
No. Well, that's the problem when you're hiring these lower-level companies. And sometimes you have knockouts. A good example is the last Wolfenstein game, which is a company that didn't do too much work before, and now it's like that's all they do. Another very good example is one of our favorite designers and companies out there is Crow Team.
Yep.
Crow Team has been working on stuff since the Amiga, and every time they keep on going, they keep on getting better. And it's like every time new technology comes out, they're like, yes, we're on it. So these are little things that like some companies can do it, but some companies can't pull it off.
Yeah.
So these guys were like, yeah, I want to do it and I want to work on it. And like I said, we're not going to name any names. If you want to look it up, it's commonplace on the internet. Look it up.
All this stuff is on the internet.
This is every single thing we're talking about is on the internet, and
we're also naming
sources.
More credible sources. We're taking it from the horse's mouth. Polygon and PC Gamer. Credible sources. They have wonderful staff writing, and that's what we have to rely on because, it's just me and you.
Well, that's the truth. Yeah, well, when it comes down to it, it is. It's just James and I, and at the end of the day, it's what we read.
Yes.
And I apologize for reading something and jumping on it before doing more research, but by no means am I sorry about, like, releasing the information, because the information was real. It just wasn't credible to some people.
And let me tell you something.
What was one of the quotes? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the what was it?
Oh, it was that site we were so I even forgot. I moved on.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You've moved on. I hold things in.
Yeah.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid of this company. It's like, listen, we're not drinking the Kool-Aid. We're reading these articles because there's concern, and it just broke.
And that's the first thing that we did is I checked out Derek Smith's blog after that, and it's funny because like it's almost like both of them are kind of like in this they're throwing mud at each other, and it's like so everybody's now piling up on Derek like, oh, this guy's just jealous and why is and they're kind of distracting. They're trying to attack his credibility, and actually he's kind of a credible guy. He's an indie gamer. He's had some success in the market, and he kind of understands how the process is going. So on a basic level, I kind of trust that. Granted, his tact might be totally bogus and not cool, but yeah. I'm just reading what's going on, and his blog has got a wealth of like his side of the story. And then if you go to check out Robert's too, he's got a wealth of knowledge. And as I said, you kind of have to put the pieces together. And I was also going to say is like I've worked in the industry, I worked in the entertainment industry, and it's kind of a similar thing. I used to manage an audio studio, and there's like certain red flags when people talk to you about projects they want you to do that comes up. And the biggest one is people are thinking.
The biggest one was my album, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, that actually was awesome. I love that. But people try to sell you like this is going to be the most awesome thing ever. I just need you to work on this and do this. And it's like when people kind of pump it up too much and they don't quite have all the investment, or they promise unrealistic stuff. Those are kind of like red flags that go off in my head. And then it's one of those things where I don't want to set myself up to failure. I don't want to get involved with the project that's really going to do me damage. I mean, I try to, maybe I'm just being a little safe, but I've been burned quite a few times with people coming in just telling me like, hey man, this is going to be the awesomest thing since, you know, Led Zeppelin 4, you know, you got to just give me some studio time or just work this extra bit harder. And this stuff never pans out. These guys disappear and you never really hear from them again. I hope this doesn't happen to Chris Roberts. I really don't. I mean, I hope he, you know, even if the game fails, I hope the gaming community will still accept his failure and let him still, you know, still buy games, still, you know, fund him. But yeah, this is just a huge, the scope of this game is just, it's tremendous.
Yeah. Well, and that's the point.
Yeah. That's
little things, little stress, big things, big stress. Something that you've never done before and nobody's ever done before, and you just and
one of the toughest genres of games to make money at.
Yeah, you're going into like the pit, man. This is real stuff, and I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
I want this to work out. I want to see this game. I want to play this game. I want it to be on an episode of Dozer the PC Exposure.
Yeah.
I mean, I want multiple updates of this, but give me a break. If you're upset that this game might not work out, like, understand that we're saying this because it's scary. It might not work out. It's as simple as that. And I want to see this game.
Well, 2016,
I mean,
January.
I don't have much more to say about it. Yeah,
right around
January
the corner.
2016, and I
pick
hope
up
to
your
see
copy.
it. And yeah, I'm not holding my breath on that date, by the way.
I'll put some money
else
aside.
Who is like, absolutely, but you know, there's other games coming out, and I won't be hurt if I don't.